Water style. Second form. Slaying that Gucci. Yeah. That's what living alone looks like. Okay, we'll put the fucking... Shit.
You're watching Anime Sundays.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Anime Sundays, the show where we talk about anime, yes, on Sundays, and I am your host, Jared Ross. I know I keep saying I'm going to drop an episode every week, but I'm trying. It is still very hard. But don't worry, I'm finna quit my job soon and focus on the content. Because honestly, if you want to make it, if you want to go for your dreams, you got to just do it. You got to take that leap of faith. But today, as you can see, I have the crazy water Demon Slayer drip on because today is a little different from my normal episodes. Instead of doing a normal debate topic, today I am giving you my personal Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie review. Yes, so if you haven't seen the new Demon Slayer movie, this whole episode is pretty much all spoilers. So don't watch if you haven't seen the movie. But if you haven't seen the movie, it is really, really good. I highly recommend it. I'm going to go through a couple categories that I kind of think are like generic parts of a movie that people look at when they're watching it or reviewing it, and tell you what my overall rating is at the end of the episode. So stay tuned. So, I know I just mentioned a couple categories that I'm going to go through. These aren't really set in stone, but I definitely want to touch on the plot, the animation, the fight scenes, the emotional impact, and the ending of the movie to try to give it an overall consensus of how I feel about it. So let's start with the plot. I mean, the plot of the Demon Slayer movie is a pretty good plot. But when you're dealing with an anime like Demon Slayer and it's kind of a very generic plot to the whole show, the only thing that's going on is slaying demons, I thought the plot for the Mugen Train was pretty decent. You know, it starts off with Tanjiro and them on a mission. People are missing, people are dying on this train. So Tanjiro and squad go on this train, they meet up with Rengoku, the Flame Hashira, to figure out what the hell is going on. Like most anime movies, there's kind of a slow start to it. It's very rare that a lot of anime movies hit the fan unless they're like well endowed anime like DBZ, One Piece, their movies, Naruto. Even Naruto is like, but for the most part there's only a rare few cases where they hit the fan within the first 15 minutes. Demon Slayer kind of took that generic, anime movie pacing where they start out kind of slow, get you introduced to the new character, get you introduced to what's going on before they actually get into any drama. So for me, I give the plot of the movie a good 8 out of 10. Now the reason I give it that 8 out of 10 is because I really thought the whole first part of the movie where they were dealing with that new demon who got blessed by Muzan, I felt like it was a really good sequence of events from, the characters, in this dream world not willing to wake up, from the Mugen passengers trying to help the demon for their own sakes because they wanted to live in their dream worlds, to, Tanjiro having to kill himself to break out of this like lovely life that he thought he was, in for a moment, right? I thought that was really cool. I always thought the demons in Demon Slayer really do make the show great. So I thought the demon's abilities was great. I thought, seeing Tanjiro's soul was great. I thought seeing Rengoku's soul and how he was even choking Shawty asleep was lit. And even the whole Rengoku defending 4 or 5 cars just to, keep the people safe while he entrusted Tanjiro and Inosuke to fighting the demon. I also thought that the fact that it was just Inosuke and Tanjiro fighting that demon was showing you how those two are really kind of stepping ahead of their squad. It shows you how Tanjiro and Inosuke are really building up that typical MC and his side character holding it down premise in the show. So the plot for me was 8 out of 10. I thought it was great. I thought that the fact that no one died was also a good thing. I liked that part about plot in the beginning, that like people weren't just getting murdered left and right, because honestly I feel like that would have been predictable. I'm glad that they kind of kept it to like, nah, we're gonna hold it down. So plot, 8 out of 10. Animation and fighting, 10 out of 10. No question. I mean, every battle that they even had in there was lit as hell. Tanjiro and Inosuke fighting that demon was fire. That was one of the best fights we've seen in the show since episode 19. The ending fight, which I'm going to get really into depth about all that a little later, super fire. I mean, the animation is 10 out of 10. Demon Slayer go do the animation right. Emotional impact, definitely 9 out of 10. you guys know the ending of Demon Slayer. Yes, Rengoku died. They really hit home with the whole, he gave it his all and kept everybody alive and kind of passed the torch to Tanjiro and Inosuke when it came to just letting them know that, look, this is the life of a Demon Slayer. Even if you want to be hard, you got to be harder than me in order to take down the top guy. So I thought emotional impact was lit. I felt like Tanjiro killing himself to stay out of that dream world was lit. His family like, no, Tanjiro, why are you leaving us again? All that was very tear-jerking. You know, it wasn't nothing like where I was like, oh my god, my heart. But they definitely did do well to keep you emotionally invested. And they had some good humor in there, like even Rengoku's spirit and Zenitsu and Inosuke, they all kept the humor alive, so it was very entertaining. So I feel like emotional impact, entertainment, 9 out of 10. Now, the ending of Demon Slayer. We all know Rengoku dies, right? Akaza pulls up the lower third, and he's just there to really wreck shit. Now, the only problem I had with the ending was, and again, this kind of goes into a little bit of plot, was what the hell was Akaza even doing there? Now, some of you may say, well, they may get into it later on, they may get into it in the newer seasons and in the manga, but I feel like if you're going to introduce a villain, a surprise villain, for whatever reason, there has to be some kind of connection, some kind of link. Are you telling me he just came to the train to check on old boy and that was it? And oh, now it's a fade on sight. Rengoku has to wreck shit or everyone's dead. I feel like that wasn't a strong enough purpose for him to be one of the top demons. He just pulls up to this train that they sent this young nigga on who was doing, I guess, a good job by himself at first before these Demon Slayers pulled up. For him to just come out of nowhere and just be like, oh shit, now we gotta deal with this, kind of really made no sense to me. I understand they kind of wanted to make it dramatic and wanted to give Rengoku his shine, give him his good fight, give him his moment. But I still don't really feel like it made a lot of sense why he was there. Even if they were trying to hide the fact why he was there, there are other sequences in movies where they give some type of hint. He could have been like, oh yeah, Muzan, I'm checking it out right now. Oh shit, yeah, he fucked up, he dead. I'm gonna go handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there could have been a little bit more leeway into why Akaza was there. If you're a diehard fan and you're like, damn, I really hope Rengoku doesn't die, you would have been tight as fuck that he just pulled up. The lower third just pulled up for no reason. So that was my really only problem with the ending. The Rengoku fight was fire with him. But another big problem I have with the ending, and this kind of really isn't speaking towards the ending of the movie, but just towards how Demon Slayer has their balance set up power-wise, is that Rengoku stood no chance. He really stood no chance. If you really want to talk about it, your man's put in that work, busted out all the moves, busted out the move with his name on it, and literally damn near did no damage. Yes, he was holding it down in the fight. Yes, he was getting some clean hits in, but bro's regeneration ability was so OP that it was like, bro, this is, you're wasting your time. He literally fought bro off to the sunrise. What if bro was just around a couple hours earlier? He would have worked everybody. They all would have died. Rengoku literally just had to run out the clock in order to try to catch a W. So I felt like that speaks to, again, the imbalance in Demon Slayer. Why are the Hashiras so much weaker than the top demons? I know that they're demons, and of course they're going to be a little bit stronger. They just showed you that the gap is like crazy. If Rengoku's supposed to be one of the strongest Hashiras, right, top 3, and this nigga is the bottom of the 3, that means Muzan and everybody else is shitting on the rest of the Hashiras. I just felt like it spoke to like, damn, well now I don't really expect nothing else much from the other Hashiras. I heard a lot of rumors that the Blind Earth Hashira is the strongest and that the Water Hashira is up there. But I'm no longer really looking forward to seeing any other Hashiras fight because I'm gonna be afraid that they're gonna get clapped. That was my really only problem with how they kind of displayed the difference in power. But besides that, my overall rating of the Demon Slayer movie is a good 8 out of 5 out of 10. Just because it's the first movie, plot was good. For a first movie, but it wasn't nothing crazy, nothing intricate. The ending kind of threw me off a lot when watching it, so that kind of took down some points for me. But of course the animation was fire, of course the voice acting was fire, of course the emotional impact was fire. It's a really good movie. Some people I know didn't really mess with it that much. They're like, it's okay. But I think that also comes from a lot of outside media and social media ratings and stuff like that. But for me, I give Demon Slayer a good 8.5 out of 10. It really would have been a 9 if they just kind of linked why Akaza was there. That was really my only pet peeve with the movie. So yeah, if you haven't seen the Demon Slayer movie, go check it out now. It's still in theaters. I mean, I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm pretty sure Sony leaked it on accident on PlayStation. So you can find some HD versions of it. Go check it out. It's really a great movie. I appreciate y'all tuning in for another episode, and see y'all next Sunday.